What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Harpoon Brewery, and they're out of both Boston, Massachusetts and Windsor, Vermont, and this is their Dragon Weisse. So they're calling this one a Berliner Weisse that is brewed with both dragon fruit and hibiscus. Comes in at 4.6% alcohol by volume, 9 IBUs in the time of review, and this can is approximately 6 weeks old. So I haven't reviewed a ton of beers from Harpoon on the channel, but I've been reviewing them here and there, and this one just sounded very interesting to me. Now, you don't see a lot of big breweries like Harpoon brew a beer like this with dragon fruit. Not a lot of breweries use dragon fruit in general, so I thought it was interesting. And like I said, pretty fresh. I mean, when I picked it up, it was around a month old. Here we are, 6 weeks old. Should be fine. And yeah, it's starting to get warmer out, so this kind of intrigues me. So let's crack this one open, get it into a glass, see what we got going on. So, yeah, I was gonna say I'm hoping for a color that kind of resembles a dragon fruit or hibiscus or something that has like a nice red color to it, and sure enough, I am not disappointed. So, there we go. So it pours out this really nice reddish orange color. It's a little bit filtered, but there's a little bit of murk there too. It has about 1.5 fingers of this light pink head. Bigger bubbles mixed in with smaller bubbles. Not super creamy looking or anything, but yeah, I think it looks appropriate for what the ingredients are. Let's get a nose. Yeah, I mean, the hibiscus is there. Slightly floral, but almost like a cranberry-esque kind of quality to it. Dragon fruit I've only had a couple times in my life. Listen, I don't sit here and eat a bunch of dragon fruit. I just don't. I've had it a couple times. I know what it tastes like. Know what it, the characteristics I'm kind of looking for, and this kind of smells like dragon fruit. Sure. If you have never had a dragon fruit, you just might say this smells fruity, or it has a fruit kind of quality to it, and yes, it does. A little bit of a slight like wheat component from the base Berliner Weisse. Almost a salinity here. This is not a Gose, this is a Berliner Weisse, so. What does that smell? Has almost a bubblegum kind of aroma to it, maybe from the yeast, just. Yeah, a little bit of a bubblegum, almost strawberry-esque kind of quality. It's like the dragon fruit and hibiscus are producing a strawberry kind of nose to it. It smells pretty fucking good. Listen, this smells super. On the label they say refreshingly crisp and slightly tropical. Yeah, this smells like it's gonna be super refreshing to me. That's what it smells like. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's a nice beer. Nice beer. I could drink a shit ton of this. This is the pure definition of a summer crusher, spring crusher, warm weather crusher. We'll go in for one more taste and then we'll start dissecting it a little bit. Body on this one at 4.6. I thought it was gonna be super watery, and it's not. It's like lower side of medium body, almost approaching medium. A little bit of viscosity there. The mouthfeel, super crisp, effervescent, very spritzy on the tongue. They say refreshingly crisp. Yes, lots of carbonation. Yeah, super crisp. The taste, though, follows the nose. You get dragon fruit. I'm getting that strawberry from what I think is the dragon fruit and the hibiscus kind of playing together with one another. I'm getting actually a decent tartness from the base beer, but also from the hibiscus. I always get like, with beers with hibiscus, I always get like a cranberry type of kind of quality, like a slightly tart cranberry. But all that fruitiness hits you up front. And as it passes through the palate, the crispness and the effervescence quality from the beer itself kind of washes those flavors away. And in the back of the palate, you're left with a semi-dry, slight residual sweetness, but mostly dry. But it finishes relatively clean. Like there isn't a lot of aftertaste, which is really nice because you're hit with all that fruit quality up front, but it kind of washes away and wants you to go back for more, and I am. This is not complex. There's a nice tartness from the base beer. There's a nice fruity quality from the dragon fruit and the hibiscus. I'm getting mostly dragon fruit and like a strawberry. It's not over the top. This is a summer crusher, and I think it's a well-made, pretty tasty beer. Is it anything that's going to blow anybody's mind out there? Probably not, with so many different crazy fruit beers, from your fruit smoothies to your just over-the-top like fruit beers where there's just so much fruit in them. It's almost like a puree. This is one of those older school Berliner Weisses that have a nice fruit quality to them, but you still get the base beer. I'm still getting like the slight wheat component. It's tart. It's, like I said, very crisp on the palate, but I enjoy it. From a beer from Harpoon, this is pretty tasty. So I'm going to give Dragon Weisse from Harpoon. I'm actually going to give this a higher score than you might think. I'm going to give this a high 3.75 out of 5 and go 3.85 out of 5. I didn't think it would be anywhere close to a 4 based on the stuff I've had from Harpoon. I mean, I've liked some of their stuff. Their Dunkin' coffee porter was really good, and then I had their, I think it was Dunkin' Palate, and I really didn't care for it. But Harpoon's usually hit or miss. A lot of times they make really nice beers, sometimes just miss the mark for me. This one kind of hits the mark. I would like to see this in June, July, August, and I would buy a 4-pack of this, honestly, and that's because the price point on this one is $7.99 a 4-pack, $2 for a 16-ounce can. Yeah, that's a great price, and availability, wherever you see Harpoon, you should find this one. Yeah, 3.85 out of 5, really nice beer. It almost gets into the lower 4 range. It is what it is. It's a Berliner Weisse with dragon fruit and hibiscus. None of the flavors are over the top. Everything blends together and is very, dare I say, cohesive, and it's just an easy drinking, well-made beer. Yeah, I mean, there's a nice tart. It is sweet. I will say this. As I'm drinking out, there's a little bit more sweetness than you might think from Berliner Weisse, but it has enough of a tartness kind of balance out that sweetness. And like I said, with the carbonation being so spritzy and kind of washing away your palate and it being a little bit more dry in the back end, you don't notice it. You keep on drinking it and you keep on noticing it as you hit it, as it hits your palate up front. But as you keep on drinking it, it's not building up or anything. I notice it a little bit more at the front of the palate. That said, really good beer. So, yeah, 4.6%. Yeah, whatever. You can't taste the alcohol. Good beer, 3.85 out of 5. Damn tasty stuff. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.